Testing. Yeah, this is the late one. Still a ball game. We're still gonna do it. Alright, just hold on.
QFC stocks fresh produce daily, including crisp lettuce, juicy blueberries, and so much more. We also
Alright, there we go. New Orleans Gators and the Orlando Sunrays in New Orleans. Get the Gator Dome. There you go. Yeah, it's gonna be overcast. It'll be indoor. Hello and welcome to the Gator Dome. We're on a late Saturday night for some Saturday night baseball. The New Orleans Gators and the Orlando Sunrays. Sunrays looking for a 3-game sweep here in New Orleans. Chance to get a 3-game sweep. 5 earned runs and a 315 batting average. How about that for the Orlando Sunrays? They won 4-2 in game 1. They took game 2 8-3. They're looking for the sweep here tonight. First pitch, Gators. Sunrays next. Taking them out for the New Orleans Gators will be Alex Vesia. His first start in the National Baseball League. For the New Orleans Gators, 3-1 record, 348 ERA, 116 WHIP, and we'll see how he does. First start for Alex Vesia. And the leadoff man is the second baseman for the Sunrays, Trevor Story. Batting just at 181, the leadoff man for the Sunrays. And
That's a ball.
first pitch, fastball, we're underway.
Ball one, no strike.
Counts 1-0 to Trevor Story. I'll have you tuning in here on a late Saturday night, if anybody's tuning in.
That's outside.
Of course, here on the way, that'll be back-to-back balls for Vesia. The first start. He's usually a reliever.
Hey!
Swung and a miss. 2-1.
One strike.
We'll see how Vesia does.
Ball! That
And
brings it out.
he's going to keep this Gators team on his back. He needs to keep the Sunrays. Suppress them.
Outside. Ball four.
Run scoring, and then it'll be ball 4 for a leadoff walk for the Sunrays. Trevor Story takes first base. Here's Brendan Rogers for the Sunrays.
He's safe.
Going to throw back to first. Story is called safe. And the pitch. That's going to get down for a base hit. Story going to second. There's 2 on, nobody out for the Orlando Sunrays. Here in the first inning. Yeah, he gets a good swing on it. Roger, he was able to get that one down that right field line into the gap. Two on, nobody out here in the first inning. Here's Mookie Betts. Simmer, strike 1. Northern Michigan will be found off on a fastball. Strike 2 counts. To Mookie Betts. Story on second. Rogers at first for Orlando. The 2 that'll be going a slider ball 1 on the lower inside corner. 1-2 the count. So 1-2 the pitch.
2 strikes.
The count's 2-1. Two to Mookie Betts. Swing and a miss. It'll be strike 3. Runners down, first and second. First guy for Alex Vasey, and that's the first out of the ball game. Finally, took a few moments, took a few pitches, took a few at bats. Finally, Vasey gets the first out for the New Orleans Gators. Here's Sebastian Thorne, top of the first. 2 on, 1 out. Takes that pitch, strike 1. 17 homers, 41 RBIs, 834 OPS, batting .279. Good swing, foul. Strike 2. Got about a month left of the NBL regular season. Stretch that 3 weeks. Strike 3 called. And there's 2 down. Second K for Alex Vasey. Back-to-back singles. And then back-to-back strikeouts for Alex Vasey. There's 2 outs here in the first. There's Lukenbacher. A lot's already happened here, and it's only the first inning. Could we see get 1, 2, 3 after the disaster that was the first 2 hits, the first 2 at bats? Gonna get out number 3, and the pitch will be above the plate. Bacher takes that one, ball 1, upstairs. New Orleans third baseman gonna get ready for a stolen base is definitely possible here. I mean, I don't think Trevor Story would steal. You don't see second and third steals very often, but I'm always watching a fly ball to center field. And there is that number 3. After 2 base hits, 3 straight outs for Alex Vasey. We're going to the Gators first. Taking the mound here on this Saturday night is Bryce Wilson, 22nd appearance this year, 6-8 record, 1-2 innings pitched, 3.86 ERA, 141 WHIP, 49 strikeouts, 10.8% strikeout rate with a 7.7% walk rate, and the shortstop leading off for the New Orleans Gators will be Bo Bichette.
Outside, that's
Nice slug for the first pitch. It'll be ball 1. So, interesting for top half of the inning. Counts 1-1 to Bo Bichette. The bound the southeast here. Gators looking for that sweep. It's up to Alex Vasey. If the Gators don't get a good start here defensively, These games kind of, they need to get like a good start defensively early. If they don't, for the first half of the game, if the Gators do not shut down the Sunrays offense, it's going to be very tough for them to avoid a sweep. And the Sunrays, they can offensively produce here in the first half of this ball game. They're gonna sweep the New Orleans Gators for sure. They're gonna get this win and sweep them. Gators also can use their offense, and they will with a base hit from Bo Bichette. First at bat for the Gators is a leadoff single from Bo Bichette. 1 on, nobody out here for the Gators in the first. Yeah, that one not exactly a good hit. It's basically a looper, and then it bounces down really fast for a single. It's Colt Keith for New Orleans. Adding 230 this year. Inside ball 1. 5 homers this year and 44 RBIs with a 658 OPS. Batting 230 this year so far for New Orleans. And the pitch. Oh, good shot down the line, foul into the left field corner. And if the Gators can, if they can get some offense early, maybe be offsets some of that Sunrays offense that killed them, especially in games 1 and 2, games 1 and 2, especially game 2, with the Sunrays 8-3 win yesterday. Swung and a miss, and Wilson gets his first strikeout as he gets him down swinging. He made Colt Keith look silly. And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the first. There is Michael Harris to the plate. And 282 this year for the Gators. Takes a cutter on the upper outside corner at 90 miles an hour for ball 1. That looked to be a strike, but I mean, of course, this Gators crowd won't say anything. It helps their team. What else?
Nope.
That one I could say is off the plate. Harris grounded into 13 double plays this year. Sunray. I bet they're decent if their win is. I mean, the Sunrays win is banking on that they're gonna have a good offensive performance. Sunrays, I'm getting one, and it's gonna bank off that. Ground ball. There's one. Go to first. Double play. How about that for the Orlando Sunrays? What would end the first inning? With a ground ball third. Turns 1. And then he turns 2. Freddie Freeman, the catcher for the Sunrays, leading off the second inning. Game still scoreless. The Gators and the Sunrays. They're on a Saturday night final with a 3-game set. And again, I was saying this in the bottom half of the first. Sunrays, they need to get, if they want to get this sweep, they need to get good start early offensively. Because if they don't, it's going to be harder later on. For New Orleans, it's kind of like, just based on the way this is going. Sunrays, they're coming into this looking really good. So if it's ended up swinging a miss, the count's 1-2. 1-2 to Freddie Freeman, the pitch. And it hit him in the back. Freeman takes first base. There's Jared Kelnick. And just upstairs with a fastball, ball 1 to Kelnick. He's batting at measly 179. But at the same time, he has 10 home runs on the year for Orlando. That's odd. He doesn't have a crazy amount, but he has something that's... He's in double digits. He's able to make it into double digits in home runs, but he's batting at 179. Something's not adding up there. High fly ball, but it's foul into the right field seats. Counts 1 ball and 2 strikes. So this Sunrays ball club... So a fly ball to left center field. This one back. Track. And we'll make the grab. Throw to second. And he keeps the only runner at first base. Ready for me and stays at first. And there's one down here in the second. Here's Owen Miller, the third baseman. Let's make sure it's actually ready for me, yeah.
Nope, that's a ball.
On the corner, and a four-seamer. Ball 1. 5-year career in Major League Baseball, now the National Baseball League. Fermin second off for second base, and the throw from home. It is not in time. Freddie Fermin steals second here in the second inning. A fourth stolen base in the air. And now there's a runner in scoring position for the Orlando Sunrays. And a bit of a late throw from the catcher. I mean, he had a good jump there. Combined with the late throw from home plate, allows it to be safe. Okay. You see, after looking at second base, it'll be throw down low. And it keeps remaining at second. You see, cannot let that ball get, because if that ball gets away, Fermin's going to take off for third. Oh, absolutely he will. High fly ball, left center field, way back there. Track. Whoa, it's going to bounce off the wall and up and over the wall for a ground rule double. It's going to bring a home run home. And the Sunrays take the lead. It's 1-0. A ground rule double. In the gap in left center. 1-0 Sunrays. Here's Willie Abreu, the bottom of the order here. 15. Oh, that was first pitch. Good swing though. Into the seats. 0-1. Sunrays ball club. So the Orlando Sunrays lead by 1. That'll be, sir. We'll change it down low, 1-1.
That's ball 2.
In the corner, ball 2. He clipped the corner, but not enough. Got him in the upper outside of corner. Just clipped it. And the count's 2-2 to Willie Abreu. The 2-2. Way at the plate of the square, and the count is full of 3 balls and 2 strikes. Trevor Story, the leadoff man, back on deck. You know, he's on deck for his second appearance. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 called, and that's out number 2. Here comes the top of the order, Trevor Story. That's it down here in the second. Story batting. Again, he's not batting. With a single, that moves his batting average to 181.
0-1's the count.
Oh, despite the Sunrays performance, he was 0 for 5 yesterday. Yes, you heard me, 0 for 5. But the team still won, despite the leadoff man going 0 for 5. That's wild. That's just wild to me. That's no balls and 2 strikes. The pitch.
1 ball. 2
Let's bring a slider, and the count's 1-2. Got him on the top of the zone with a fastball for strike 3, and we're going to the Gators second. Sunrays take the 1-0 lead off a grand rule double. 1-0 Orlando. Leading off for the New Orleans Gators will be the catcher, Cal Raleigh. 16 home runs this year, won the Gold Glove Award last year in Major League Baseball before coming to the NBL. 16 homers on the air. I mean, and yeah, one of the best catchers in the game of baseball, Cal Raleigh. Strike one. This Gators team. They're going to do anything to avoid a sweep. Sweeps aren't fun.
That's a ball.
Way upstairs to W ball too. Be a cutter foul. I will tell you, the Southeast is probably the most geographically dense. Really fouled off it into the right field seats once again, 2-2 to Cal Raleigh. As I was saying, the Southeast Division is probably the most geographically dense. We've broken back towards third base. We got a looper, and Owen Miller's got it, and there's one down. There's Michael Bush, the Gators' first baseman at the plate. Good walk-up song. So, he'll get a ground ball right to Owen Miller at third, to the first, got him 2 down. So, yeah. What I mean by that, when I say the Southeast is the most geographically dense division in the National Baseball League, the reason I don't say the Northeast, because you have Canadian teams. That's the only reason why. And that's a perfect shot for Lourdes Gurriel Jr. 103 at the bat, and he's got a 2-out single into the gap in the left field. And the inning continues for New Orleans. There's Nelson Velasquez. Good gutter at the inside edge. Strike one. Well, if I go list the teams off, we have 2 teams in Florida that are like 90 miles apart. Orlando Sunrays, Tampa Bay Titans. And then right above me you got the Atlanta Arrows. That's half the division right there. And then you have the Gators. Basically straight southeast. And then maybe at like 90 minutes away, if you go north, you have the Memphis Blues. So, anyway, well, one, two. I mean, the Northeast, if it was all U.S. teams, they would have to take the cake. They're the most geographically dense. You have New York, half the division. Oh, he's just gonna get the tag out for Nelson Velasquez for number 3, and we're going to the third. Rogers looking off, top of the third inning for the Orlando Sunrays. It'll be ball one. Fans don't like the call. I don't know about that one. I mean, it could go either way, in my opinion. Way to blame, it'll be ball 2. I'll change it. Right in the top of the middle of the zone. Counts 2-1 to Brandon Rogers, the pitch.
Yep, that ball went out.
If you want to play, that'll be ball 3. Counts 3-1. Mookie Betts on deck for the Sunrays. Funny things, well, you can see them there. You're a little like abbreviations like in the scoreboard. Swing and a miss, then away straight through to Brendan Rodgers when there's one down in the third. 5 strikeouts for Alex Vesia. And he went right down the middle. Rodgers swung right over the top of that. It was just a bad read. He went right down the middle. I mean, they're going to recognize pitches.
That's a ball.
I mean, that's something I need to get better at. I've been playing baseball in like 3 months, so. I'll give that some play when I'll count. I'm way down into the right field for a base hit for Mookie Betts, and he's got a 1-out single. 102 off the bat, and he hit the ball hard. Good swing into the gap. And any coach would like that. Ball one to the inside edge to Sebastian Dornish, the center fielder who struck out his first time. One 0 pitch. Swing and a miss, keeping the count 1-1. And the pitch. Gonna be above the zone, 1-2 the count. Fire inside 2 and well inside 2 and 2. Slide. You gotta remember it's gonna move a lot. So wherever you want the ball in, you're gonna have to throw it. Depending on which way you're throwing. You're throwing when it's gonna go inside or outside. You have to go. Gonna be a broken bat for Thornton. The second broken bat of this game. And there's the out. Part of the broken bat went to second base. I don't know if you saw that on replay. You can see. Oh yeah, they're gonna show on replay. The broken bat is flying right into second base. Lucky that's not a hitting path, or like a path of a fielder. Almost was. Imagine if he just decided to go to second, try and get another out. Yikes. Look on betting block at the plate and they'll be ball 1. But Gators did get the out at first. Top of the third. Mookie Betts at second base.
Inside ball.
Just on the inside edge on the circle change. Montero and Merriweather warming up for the Gators. Two-ball count to Lukenbacher. Hitting at 364. Ground ball. Ran to the first. Got him. And that ends the top half of the third. We're going to the Gators' third. For Orleans' offense in this series, I mean, I tell you, they've struggled. Just 1.7 runs a game, batting .206, 5.63 OPS, 4 extra base hits, 2 homers, 5 RBIs. The 1.7 runs per game and the .206 batting average should just tell you everything you need to know right there. Yikes. And this is something I gotta work on, especially for their next series.
Ball that's outside.
If you can't crack 2 runs of a game as a team, then I fly ball down the left field line, it's foul. Good swing by John Kinsey Noel. Late swing, that cutter fouled it off, 1-2. Swung and a miss, and he got him with a nasty slurve, and there's the second strikeout for Bryce Wilson. Here's Connor Norby, ninth in the order for the Gators.
Ball one.
And it'll be roll one. I would call that a strike, but not exactly the greatest umpire in the back there. He's been missing some calls today, I can
That's
tell.
ball two.
Turn it down low, that'll be roll two. I mean, I haven't seen anything heinous, but I've seen questionable calls definitely. I'm on the right center. And that is Willie Arbreu able to make the grab. And there's two down. Here's Bo Bichette, the leadoff man. He got a single his last half of the Gators. Well, New Orleans still with a goose egg on the scoreboard, but it probably would have went foul anyway, just based on the location of the pitch. Swung and a miss on the cutter in the lower outside corner, and that ends the inning. We're going to the fourth.
Just some things we show. It's just some places we go. It's just some whips we roll. Oh, always we know. Just some things we show. Oh, cool hat trick.
So Jody Clifford breaks up a 2 out of 25 slump with a 3-8 performance versus the Seattle Sasquatch. Oklahoma should win in extra innings versus the Sasquatch. Same game. The Eagles in the Northwest Division increased the lead to 4 games over the Vancouver Grizzlies. Freddie Fermin leading off top of the fourth. Batting 259. He could get to 260 today if he has a good performance. 5 runs in his last 7 games. Oh, good swing. You can just hear it, but it's foul. With a light swing, but he got a good swing at it. Good placement too. The 0-2 pitch to Freddie Fermin. All right, over the head of the third base. The third base coach. Lucky he didn't get hit. Counts 0-2 to Fermin. Swung and a miss, and that's strike 3, and there's 1 down. Fermin goes down swinging. That's strikeout number 6 for Alex Vesia. So they're going to pull Vesia early. That's the smartest decision in my book, but he's been killing it. I don't know what they're thinking, but here's Peter Montero. This is his second appearance this year for the New Orleans Gators. Batting 4 for the ERA, 2 innings pitched, 9.1% strikeout rate, 375 against righties. Nothing against lefties. He hasn't faced a lefty yet. Here's Kieran Kilnick. So you're telling me a guy they didn't expect, a guy who gets his first start with the New Orleans Gators, goes through 4 innings and he gets 6 strikeouts. He does give up a run.
Ball, that's out.
The only run he gives up, 1 run. First out for one today. So another count 0-2. Get her tapped foul. Bit of a light swing by Michael Harris. This Gators team not really having much of offense here tonight. Counts on to Michael Harris. And the patch. Now can play 1 and 2.
That's a ball.
Bit of a well placed cutter there, and the count's even 2 balls and 2 strikes. We swing, and it'll be foul, but a good swing by Michael Harris on that slurve. The slow roller short. High throw! But he made the catch at first, and that's number 2. It looked like it was gonna be a wild pitch. Not a wild pitch. It always looked like it was gonna be in foul ground, you know, over his head. It was a catcher, Cal Raleigh.
Ball. That's inside.
Ball 1 to Cal Raleigh. Nice play at third by Miller. Go to first. And Lukenbacher dug it out. And we're going to the 5th. Trevor Story, the second baseman, 0 for 1 today, plus the walk. Third at bat for Trevor Story. First pitch from Montero. That'll be a fastball above the zone for ball 1. Yeah. Looking, I can really see his stature. I don't know. You know what? Looking at his really skinny stature. Kyder Montero, I think getting some muscle probably would help. I mean, I don't know. Maybe being that skinny works for him. Counts 2-2 to Trevor Story, the pitch. Swing and a miss, and there's one down here in the Sunrays 5th. There's Brandon Rogers, one down the 5th inning for the Sunrays. Kyder Montero. Late swing, it'll be a tapper, probably. 2 runs and 6 RBIs in Brendan Rodgers' last 4 games. Quite swell for himself. High fly ball, left center field. And back there, but it drops down. It hung in the air for it seemed to be like forever. There's out number 2, right? There's 2 down top of the 5th. Here's the shortstop, Mookie Betts. And a single of last time, 2 for 9 in the series, with a homer and 2 RBIs in this series between games 1 and 2. This is technically 3. So we're gonna make some accounts. I don't want to move to Betts.
One and one.
Bad slow from Montero. And deals the 1-1. Foul. And the 1-2 to Mookie Betts.
Two balls,
Launch
two
that
strikes.
fastball above the zone. 2-2.
3-2.
Okay, at the strike zone. Count is full. Sebastian Thorne on deck for the Orlando Sunrays. Out off. Count stays full. Another 3-2. That'll be ball 4 to Mookie Betts, and it'll be a 2-out walk. First walk, second walk allowed. This ball game here, Sebastian Thorne. Strikeout and ground out today. 3 for 9 in the series. He's got 2 bases in this series. Watches that. Another play, 41 RBIs for Sebastian Thorne. Third on the Orlando Sunrays. One to be shot down the right field line for Thorne. On his way to second, he'll stop at second. 2 on, 2 out for the Orlando Sunrays here in the 5th. Here's Luke and Baker. I was saying Bacher, but it's Baker. I also heard saying Baker for the rest of the ball game. High fly ball to deep left field, way back there. Makes the catch just in front of the warning track, and then it ends the 5th. And then ends a 2-out, 2-on situation for the New Orleans Gators. Now, in the bottom of the 5th is Michael Bush for the New Orleans Gators. What New Orleans is known for is their hotels. You know, all the old, like,
Oh,
hotels.
that's off the plate.
There's a lot of them, so remember, like, you have like a Dolphin or whatever. It's all horror on it. Great horror shot. It was BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed Unsolved.
No,
It has
that's
to do with the city of New Orleans, so. And what they have at the top, they have in this stadium. I don't know, not even a bit of. Counts for the line to Michael Bush. You know, it kind of reminds me of the Blue Jays. How they, you know how they have the hotels in center field. Center field, they got Mardi Gras. I think no, it's actually down the right field line. I think. Well, anyway, in the outfield, well, down the left field line, they got a bunch of shops. In the center field or right field, they have a Mardi Gras hotel. Swing, and the rest of the base strike. Commanders 1 down the bottom of the 5th. A bunch of shops. You can go there. I think the one you can go buy donuts. The other next one, you can go eat seafood. And the next one is a gift shop. And then you do some more walking. And then you get to enter a hotel.
0-1's the count.
Yeah, I don't think this stadium would happen in real life at all. No, no one's ain't big enough for this. I mean, we need millions of people to have something like this. How about a right? And jogs to make the catch. On the line. And we got it, 2 down. Here's the DH, Nelson Velasquez, who grounded out his first time for the New Orleans Crusaders.
Ball.
Cut it a little ball 1.
Aye.
Good sinker on the outside edge. 1-1 strikeout.
Aye.
Oh, late swing on that Slurpee. I mean, I
1 ball,
don't know what you do
2
with a pitch
strikes.
like that. And a 1-2 from Bryce Wilson.
2-2 the count.
Well, we'll play the count's even 2-2. Found this something. Gators have only got 2 hits in this ballgame. fly ball, and diving play, and can make the play. And a single to lead off the sixth for Connor Norby. A really good swing, got a good piece of it. A miscalculation by Willie Abreu and right. Here's the leadoff man, Bo Bichette. When you make a dive, if you do it, something you just kind of do, you just well falls the ball, but if you misjudge it, even just by a bit, oof. The worst I am is a fly ball to left center field. He's looking up. Thorne able to make the catch right along the running track. Throw is cut off. He's the only runner on first. There's Cole Key. Connor Norby is on first. Opportunity at Cole Key at the play for the New Orleans Gators. High fly ball. Left center. Thorne back. Makes it. Another throw. Towards second base. Throw off once again. At the Sunrays shortstop. And they're gonna pull Taylor Montero. No, not Kyler Montero. The Gators are gonna pull William. Oh, they're gonna pull Bryce Wilson. And they'll bring in Gregory Soto. 46 appearances here, 22 record, 49 innings pitched, 365 ERA, 17.3% strikeout rate, 263 against righties, 221 against lefties. 22 record so far for Gregory Soto as he faces Michael Harris, the Gators center fielder. Michael Harris says I'm going to head today, takes a sinker, strike one. It's a very fancy range. You can see the swamp layer. I mean, this is a New Orleans-ified stadium. There's New Orleans. Rumble first, race to the bag, and that's out number 3. We're going to the 7th. Still a 1-0 Sunrays lead. Let's see, the Mardi Gras. And they'll bring in Cole Sands for the New Orleans Gators. 52nd appearances here. 2-7 record. 56 innings pitched. 21 holes to 9 ERA. 20.2% strikeout rate. Willie Abreu, the right fielder, leading off the 9th spot for the Sunrays.
Ball one.
First pitch, that'll be ball 1 from Cole Sands. The pitcher dominant in this ball game. Could have fouled off, even the count 1-1. Got him in the corner with a fastball at 96, and it's 1-2. Swung and a miss, and got him on the first at bat. First at bat for Cole Sands, strikes out Willie Abreu, and there's 1 down here in the Sunrays 7th. Trevor Story. Prepare for the Orlando Sunrays today. Yeah. Piece of it. Late swing by Trevor Story, and it's foul, 0-1.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Splitter off the play, that'll be ball 1. More Johnny warming up for New Orleans. And the 1-1. It'll be put it out the plate, that'll be 1-2.
2 strikes. Ball 2.
Force down at the plate, it'll be ball 2. Leading the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Trevor Story.
We got Full count.
We're just off that inside edge, and it's 3-2. The count is full. 3-2 to Trevor Story. Got it with a cutter of the day. Strike 3, 2 down, top of the 7th. Solid performance here in just one inning from Cole Sands. And he gets Trevor Story, or 2 outs in the 7th. And Brendan Rogers. A little sinker late at strike 1. Sands really solid first inning. Here in the 7th for the New Orleans Gators. And we go on. It's one of the last 0-2. It's like his bat went right through it. 2-strike pitch from Cole Sands.
Ball. That's inside.
Fastball inside. 1-2 at 97. More. Clubbing alright. Gonna kick it all back, able to track it down. He makes the catch along the right field line to end the top of the 7th. We're going to the Gators 7th inning stretch. 1-0 Sunrays. So Sunrays lead 1-0. Very solid ball game. Both sides defensively. Sunrays just the 1 run early in the ball game from the Arnold double, if you remember that, innings ago. That was like 2nd or 3rd inning. We're in the 7th. Bottom of the 7th. Cavarelli leading off. It'll be a sinker. That'll be 0-1 the count. He's been pretty solid behind the plate today. And a good tag out earlier. Conley and Stewart warming up. Two Sunrays warming up at the bullpen. Come after Gregory Soto whenever his outing is done today. 1-1 pitch.
Nope.
That'll be a slider. That'll be 2-1 the count. To 1. Fly ball. 2-2.
The count is full.
Sinker off the play. The count is full. Michael Bush on deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Cavarelli.
Nope. That's ball four.
Ball 4. Gonna be a leadoff walk here in the 7th for Cavarelli. 1 on for New Orleans. There's Michael Bush. Trying to route. Get this team to rally here and late in the ball game. And they just need
1-0.
they only need 1 run to tie the game. And they haven't really gotten anywhere close to that.
That's out.
So that'll be ball 2 to Gregory. From Gregory Soto to Michael Bush. And 2-0.
Ball 3.
There's 99 miles an hour upstairs. The count's ball 3. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. on the 3-0 count. And he's on deck. 3 to Michael Bush. Okay, oh, inside corner. That'll be 1-1. And the way a slider well inside for ball 4, and they're back-to-back walks for the New Orleans Gators. 2-1, nobody out. They're gonna pull Gregory Soto. He's gonna bring in Brock Stewart. 55 games appeared in this year. 4-5 record, 56 innings pitched, 2.54 ERA, 22.5% strikeout rate, 232 against righties, 276 against lefties. And affairs, left fielder Lourdes Gurriel Jr. 2-1, nobody out, bottom of the 7th. Best chance for the Gators all game. Nobody out. Fly ball to right. Towards the base. High throw. There's the catch. So the one down here is Nelson Velasquez.
Ball one, no
The balls
strike.
that hurt or stay on base.
Ball two.
Ball to Nelson Velasquez. Who looks at second base? Wait, up the middle of base hit! Runner around third! He's on his way home, he will score! And the Gators tie the game at 1. RBI single for Nelson Velasquez. 105 off the bat. Perfect shot up the middle. Gets down quickly in center. And that brings the run home for the New Orleans Gators to tie the game at 1 here in the 7th inning. Runners in the corners. John Kinsey Noel at the plate. Game tied.
That's a ball.
We'll see where the plate. It'll be ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Right fielder John Kinsey Noel over 2 today with a strikeout and a ground out today. One over from Brock Stewart. Let's look on the sweeper. That'll be 1-1 the count. He's grinded into 10 double plays this year.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Let's swing on the upper outside edge. 2-2 the count to John Kinsey Noel. Oh, 2-2. Ground ball. Oh, he's struggling to field it. For a second. And a run scores. They get the out at second. John Kinsey Noel with an RBI single, and it's 2-1 New Orleans. They take the lead. Here's the third baseman. Connor Norby batting ninth for the New Orleans Gators. And New Orleans finally making a name for themselves here in the 7th. Looks like they're gonna avoid the sweep. Sunrays suppressed them for a while, but now that defense for Orlando is starting to fall apart a bit. Counts 1-1 the pitch to Connor Norby. Second foul off 1-2. One, two. Swing and a miss, and then get him on a sweeper, strike to bring, and we're going to the 8th. But not before. 2 Gators run score. New Orleans leads 2-1. Adrian Morgan coming in, 29th appearance as hero, 1-1 record, 2 innings pitched, 3.38 ERA, 17.6% strikeout rate, 265 against righties, 225 against lefties for Adrian Morgan. Looking to keep the Sunrays, but chasing a lead here. 8th inning. Number right at first base. A line out to Michael Bush, and there's 1 down the first pitch of the 8th inning. Sebastian throwing the center fielder. With 1 down the 8th. Center is strong by a run. And their defense held strong for most of this ballgame, but kind of fell apart in that 7th inning. Got on the upper outside corner, strike 1.
One ball, 1 strike.
Slider out the play, 1-1. And the pitch.
That's ball 2.
Sliding out of play, that'll be ball 2. 2-1 strike count just with Sebastian Thorne. 280 batting average. Down the right field corner, foul. And the 2-2. Swing and move. Fly ball right, foul. Another 2-2. Right towards first, race to the bag, and that is that number 2. Thorne is retired, 2 down. There's Lucan Baker, the first baseman for Orlando. Right out in the first inning, he's 4 for 13 this season. Okay, so he hasn't played a lot. That makes sense. He's 14. They just called him up. That's ball 1. Okay. Five on the right. And he makes the catch. John Kinsey Noel to win the inning. We'll go into the Gators 8th. 2-1 New Orleans. Tommy Canley coming in 56 appearances this year, 63 innings pitched, 5 holds, 5-0 record, 3.98 ERA, 22% strikeout rate, 217 against righties, 223 against lefties, 3.98. I mean, everyone can get that below maybe a 390 by the end of the year, for example. By the start of November. Short one count to Bo Bichette. One count to Bo Bichette. The pitch will be fouled off, 0-2. New Orleans with a golden opportunity to extend that lead. High fly ball to deep left field, way back there, but it's foul. Good swing by Bo Bichette, though, a 109 off the bat. Yes, 109 off the bat. 2 from Tommy Canley. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and there's 1 down. First strikeout for Tommy Canley. Comes Cole Keith. 2 strikeouts and a fly today for Cole Keith. Change stays in the zone. 0-1. Munoz and coming up for the Sunrays. Strike 1 count to Colt Key. And the 0-1 pitch. Classic ball right towards third. Miller says, got him. There's 2 down. There's Michael Harris, the Gators center fielder, down there in the 8th. Two pitching, that'll be ball 1 to Michael Harris. Bottom of the 8th, 2 down. It's still on a fastball, 1-1. It's been a pitcher's duel all game.
Ball 2.
All about.
You got 2 balls,
Here's
1 strike.
They just need their defense to shut the Sunrays down in the top half of the 9th, and then it's ball game, and the Gators avoid a sweep. Why the count is full, 3-2. So this is something that'll get the Gators' spirits up just a bit. Swing and a miss with a slider. Strike 3 and we're going to the ninth. Chance for the Gators to close it out. Jerry Cohen coming in. He's 46 against the year. 5-5 record, 18 holds, 44.1 innings pitched, 447 ERA, 60.7% strikeout rate, 245 against righties, 313 against lefties. So Jerry Cohen looking to close it down for the New Orleans Gators. Leading off, top of the ninth inning, ready for me. High fly ball left center field. Deep and not going to be deep enough. And McLaren's able to track it down for out number 1. And Sunrays down to the final 2 outs. Sunrays just need to run to tie it, though. So this game ain't over yet. Strike 1 in the cutter. He plays good cutter 2. So Borucki, the sole reliever, warming up for the New Orleans Gators. Swung and a miss, 7-2. If the game, they just need 4 strikes. 0-2. Play curveball 1. All about tightening up here. Making as least little mistakes as possible this late in the game for New Orleans. They were trailing most of the game, and then in the 7th they snuck up on the Sunrays, took the 2-1 lead just like that. And there's strike 3 to Jared Kelnick, and there's 2 down. Sunrays down to their final out. There's Owen Miller. Final chance for the Sunrays. I mean, once the Gators took the lead, everything about the team just got much further. We have ground ball towards short. For the first. Got it, but that's the ball game, and the Gators win. A come from behind victory for the New Orleans Gators, and they avoid a sweep against the Orlando Sunrays here in the final of a 3-game set. How about that for New Orleans? Final score, a 2-1 win over the Orlando Sunrays. Cole Sands a win, Gregory sort of the loss. Jericho the same. Sunrays still win the series, 2-1, but the Gators avoid a sweep. So that's your ball game. Gators win 2-1. Hope you enjoyed. And we'll do it all again tomorrow night.